Hey y'all, so today's message is going to be on effective leadership and delegation. So I'm in the process of helping someone that has been self-employed for a little less than a year, but their business is doing well and they are ready to actually scale the business. And I've been, of course, praying on their behalf, interceding on their behalf, and a dream that I had, and then the revelation when I woke up from it on Monday night basically told me to let them know that even in the process of scaling, they still need to be a part of the business and the things that are taking place. Um, so even though you are going to be, adding new people, it won't be, God doesn't want you to be completely passive in this business, if that makes sense. He don't want this to be a source of passiveness because a lot of their business they're gaining is growing due to referrals and they don't want to lose that. So basically, even though that you're stepping away, you still want to have your hands in it, whether it comes to the marketing, the customer service, and definitely with the pay, because their pay model is going to change. And even if you're just looking into the business at least once a week, he doesn't want him to remove his hands completely off of it. He still wants him to be a part of it. Whether you're going to be the person writing the checks or you're going to be the one to finalize all direct deposits. So, and this brought up a story of mine that I had. So from 2007 to 2015, for maybe except for like a year during that time, I had the same tax guy. And starting out, I was always present. We would be, being funny, laughing around, joking and stuff while he'll be doing my taxes. And then say around 2011, 2012, he started making me uncomfortable. He was married and he started trying to make some advances or whatever when I would come there. So due to me being uncomfortable and stuff, I started just dropping off my tax documents, and then I would go back, sign off on it, not look at anything, and come back and pick up my check. And then I was working a lot too during that time because I was working for Exxon. So the way my schedule was, it just worked out for me to just drop it off. Listen, I pay you to do this, take care of it. And I knew he was doing a good job with my taxes, so I wasn't worried about it. Well, fast forward, the first thing that happened was, I think it was in 2015, I get a letter from the IRS saying that I'm going to be audited and I owe them $48,000. So I paid an accountant. The accountant went to the audit for me and he got that amount down to I think like $24K. I was frustrated, but I mean, what can I do at this point? When in 2016, that said tax person went to jail. I ended up being contacted by one of the detectives or whatever, and I had to go up to like the federal courthouse and stuff and sitting there. I mean, it was very intimidating what they were doing, how they tried to handle me or whatever. And I went up there just green about it because they had left a card or whatever and they made it seem like it wasn't anything major. And even on the phone, it was just like casual conversation. It was not anything major when I get there. So they start presenting me with all this different stuff and I'm like, baby, I don't know what you're talking about. I don't know nothing about none of this. And I honestly did not. So did you have this? I can't say that I did, can't say that I didn't. Because, of course, I used to grow up in the projects, so stitches get stitches and get found in ditches. So regardless of all of that, I really can't confirm or deny anything that you're showing me. So they even was like, we done talked to other clients that he had, and we are looking to possibly, would you be willing to testify? Sure won't. I cannot. I can't confirm nor deny anything that you present in front of me. And to be honest, I done already accepted my fault in it for me not knowing, and I have to pay them every month. I already got my installment agreement. I didn't tell him all this, but baby, listen, I've accepted my fault in it. It's gonna cost me 20-some grand away from that 48, and I ain't going to jail. So, baby, y'all gotta figure that out on your own. But I say this to say, because I took my hands off it and I wasn't paying attention to it, wasn't looking at the documents, looking over anything, I was either about to go to jail, I was going to have to pay a whole lot of money. So in this situation where, I talked about a difference between being self-employed and being a full-time entrepreneur. Entrepreneurship is where all of us want to be, because when you're self-employed, you have to still actively work in the business, because when you're not working in the business, you're not making any money. When you're a full-time entrepreneurship, you've kind of delegated a couple different roles and you're now in a position to where the business will still function without you being present and you actually having to do the work. Always the goal, but in certain situations, Especially with this, if God gave you the vision, he still needs you to be a part of it because he gave you the vision. So you still cannot be completely hands off. And a part of surrendering your business to God and asking him for a plan, he may not have submitted it, but I'm interceding on his behalf. So God is downloading things into me. So yesterday when I picked up my devotional, it took me to Exodus 18, and it's talking about where, of course, Moses had brought the Israelites out of Egypt, and he's to a place where he's having to sit judge and judge different arguments and letting them know the decrees of God and what God's will is. And his father-in-law Jethro comes in, and he basically asked him, like, what are you doing? And he told him, he was like, I'm taking all of these cases with the why. And Jethro was like, you're doing too much. And in Exodus 20 verse 20 through 23, it says, teach them his decrees and instructions and show them the way they are to live and how they are to behave. But select capable men from all the people, men who fear God, trustworthy men who hate dishonest gain, and appoint them as officials over thousands, hundreds, fifties, and tens. Have them serve as judges for the people at all times, but have them bring every difficult case to you. The simple cases they can decide themselves. That will make your load lighter because they will share it with you. If you do this and God so commands, you will be able to stand the strain and all these people will go home satisfied. So basically he's telling him, you're being an effective leader, you're now in a position to be able to delegate some of these tasks to others. Yes, there will be hard questions, just like in this person's business, like certain things you're still going to have to handle and you need to be ready to handle it. But all these little small tasks, it's time for you to go ahead and delegate that out because he don't want your burden too heavy, because basically God is about to give you something else. And even though he wants you to free it up and in your mind it's time for you to kind of step out of it, he don't want you to step out because he gave you the vision. And in order for you to implement this next step, he does need you to free up some of the work and delegate it to someone else. And I say this to say, we have to surrender our business to God because he gave us the vision and he's going to give us the plan. This daily bread, this Bible that we're supposed to pick up every day and not just read, but actually study the word, it gives us the tools that we need in every aspect of life. Who would have known that I would have broke down in scripture now that I'm actually studying the word to see where God talks about effective leadership and how to delegate? Surrender. So I hope that this touches someone on here because I'm going to have a conversation with him. But, oh, man. Surrender it all to God. And even if you can't, if you're not at that place, get somebody that can help you. God is your business coach. But I do help people with strategy sessions and help them with setting up strategies throughout their business. So if there's somewhere, or if you're in a place in your career where you have so much experience and you're at the point to start consulting. So in the past, I did free business strategy sessions, and honestly, when you don't pay attention. So going forward, I won't be doing any more strategy sessions, but it doesn't always have to be, depending on the situation. You don't have to pay me up front. It could be where I'm getting equity out of the company. So if there's any questions that anybody has in terms of scaling or starting, send me a DM. We can talk about it. But listen, now that I have surrendered everything to God. God is showing me where there is room for him in the marketplace. There is room for him in the commerce, because if he gives you the vision, he's going to also give you the plan and give you instructions on how to navigate that season. And even if you are not seeking wise counsel, he will send someone on your behalf to intercede and give you the instruction that you need. So, like I say, if you need some help, send me a DM. We might can talk about it. But you all have a blessed day, and I hope this helps someone.
Hey y'all, I hope y'all are having a great day. I am having a much better day today. I actually did some recording on today and recorded a YouTube video. Probably won't release that one until Thursday. But it was an honest one. Oh, it was an honest one. It's about 20 minutes long too, so it's kind of long, but I had to go ahead and just put it out there. Just go ahead and sit down and talk about it. So I'll probably release that on Thursday. But I'm doing better. And something that I realized that was brought to my attention on today, that I had noticed that I wasn't doing since, a lot in my life has changed, in terms of me moving and all of those things. But also since about November, something else that has changed for me and that I've been lost track about is I have not been going to the park daily. So someone sent me a park on today, and on tomorrow I will be going to the park. May not be every day because I don't have a reason to leave the house every day. But it's good to change up the scenery. I'm a major homebody, and working remotely is ideal for me because if I don't have to go anywhere, I'm not going anywhere. So, and that's one thing about my home that I had in Georgia. I had made it to where I did not have to leave home if I didn't want to, other than, of course, going to work. So until I can really get things like that here, I'm still in the house. And like I'm getting ready now to study because I have my life group at 5:00. So I have two more days to actually study. But either way, yeah. So tomorrow I'm gonna get out the house. I got some other errands I gotta go and run because I tried to run up this past Friday. But we're not gonna talk about horrible customer service, because if customer service would have been taken care of properly through the chat, then I would have had everything I needed when I went there. So, and I felt it. And when the person told me that I needed something else in there, I politely asked for my ID, and I turned around and walked away. I didn't say a word because I was frustrated, and I knew I wasn't going to have the best words to say. So I didn't say anything, and I just walked out. So I just left it alone, and I was going to come home that day and get what else I needed and go back. But I was like, no, I'll just wait. So since tomorrow I'm going to go to the park, I decided before I go to the park, I'm going to go take care of some other things. I need to go to the bank, to a Navy Federal, and I have to go to probably 2 stores that I need to run to, and then just get out, because the weather has been a lot better. I opened up the blinds today, which is something I didn't start getting into till a couple of months ago. I don't know why I like to be in the dark. I mean, I don't know. I don't know what it is, but I decided today I'm going to have a better mood. I opened the blinds up, let some light in here, got up, did my makeup. Still not cutting my hair. Probably not going to curl my hair this week. I don't feel like it. But got up, did my makeup, and sat down and did that video. And I'll sit down and either tomorrow evening or Thursday morning get that edited, which won't be much editing, probably just adding my cover and all that stuff to it, and getting ready to get it posted on Thursday. But I am in a much better place today. Had some time, like last night and even the night before, like God has been really pouring into me and has me doing some things. He's finally spoken to me and told me to move, and it's a lot of instruction. Like just me writing down everything that was on my mind. Last night was like 2, almost 3 pages. Today was like another page or 2. It's a lot, but heavy is the head that wears the crown. So all I can do now is ask him. I ask him for provision through this. Send me who can help when I need help. But a lot of it I can do it myself. But it's just going to be, this is what he wants me to do. So this was what I will be doing. Wish me the best. But yes, I'm feeling a whole lot better today than I was on yesterday. And I'm going to continue to push through the day because, like I say, getting ready for my life group. I'm excited to see them. Even though I'm not in Georgia, I'm still connected. Still connected to my life group. And hopefully I'll be back there real soon. Real soon. I'm looking at a real soon trip. So, yeah. Yeah. That's going to be a must. But, yeah, you all just have the most amazing Tuesday. And just be blessed.